So hello students. So in the last class we have studied about the JK flip flop and we have drawn its truth table, its characteristics table. Now one more important concept that we will study, that from your truth table and characteristics table I will draw its excitation table. I will draw its excitation table. Excitation means we have given Qn and Qn plus 1. That means your present state is given, next state is given. Excitation means input. You need to find J and K. If your present state is known, next state is known, and you need to determine J and K. And J and K is nothing but your input. J and K is nothing but your input. And in order to find that input, we need excitation table. Excitation table. So in excitation table we need Qn plus 1, and J and K. So Qn plus 1, you have two variables 0 0 0 1 1 0 and 1 1. So why, first of all, why we go for JK flip flop? Because in SR flip flop, when you apply 1 and 1, you have invalid result occurs. Invalid result occurs in case of SR flip flop. That is the biggest disadvantage of SR flip flop. You cannot apply S and R both as 1 1 because of invalid output. But in order to overcome from this problem, we go for JK flip flop. But in JK flip flop also we have a problem, that is your racing problem. That is when you apply J is equal to 1, K is equal to 1. In the last class I have already explained you that your output changes again and again, that is 0 to 1, 1 to 0, 1 0 to 1, like that. So before I will teach you about the racing condition. First of all, we must understand this excitation table, which is very important with respect to your counter circuit. So excitation means here Qn plus 1, when both Qn is 0, Qn plus 1 is 0. You can see here present state and next state is same. Present state and next state is same. Here in this case, that is Qn present state and next state is same, and also Qn plus 1 is 0 when J is equal to 0. So J is constant here 0, but K is changing from 0 to 1. That's why this is don't care. You can see here J is 0 when Qn plus 1 is equal to 0. Qn plus 1 is equal to 0, and here you can see Qn plus 1 is equal to Qn, because here 0 0 means present state is equal to next state. Present state is equal to next state, and also your output Qn plus 1 is 0. So you have to look into these two cases. Qn, that is when present state is equal to next state, and output is 0. So these two cases satisfying this logic. So that's why here J is constant, that is 0 0. So I am putting J is equal to 0, but K is changing 0 to 1. That's why cross. Don't care means you have to denote it 0. Cross, that is either 0 or 1. Then again you have to see 0 1. So 0 1 means we have two cases here. One is 0 to 1 means toggling. Next state is toggling, and second one is output when the output is 1. When the output is 1, when J is equal to 1. So in both the cases you can see here J is equal to 1. J is equal to 1. But K is changing 1 to 0. That's why this is K is changing 1 to 0. Next is 1 to 0. This case is also which case is satisfying this 1 to 0? This 1 1, that is your toggle condition, as well as when output is 0, output is 0 is for this case 0 1. In this case your J is 1 and 0. So that's why J is don't care, but K is constant, that is 1. That is 1. The next is when both the outputs are same. Both the outputs are same, and next state is 1. When both the outputs are same, when J is equal to 0, K is equal to 0. And next is when the output is 1, when the output is 1, when J is equal to 1, K is equal to 0. So that's why these two cases satisfying this logic. These two cases satisfying this logic. That's why these two cases we have to see that J is equal to 0, J is equal to 1, but K is equal to 0. That's why K is equal to 0 always, but J is don't care. So this is how we construct the excitation table. This is very very important when we will study counter. At that time also I will teach you, so don't worry about this. At that time also I will teach this, I will explain you about this excitation table and what is its necessity. Then we will study about the race around condition. So as I have already explained you, for example, if you have q is equal to 0 and q, so that means q bar is equal to 1. Q is equal to 0 means q bar is equal to 1. In the previous class, I have already explained you that why you go for JK flip-flop, because in SR flip-flop we have got invalid output. So when you apply J is equal to 1, K is equal to 1, in this case we have Qn plus 1 is equal to Qn bar. When you apply J is equal to 1, K is equal to 1, Qn plus 1, that means your next state, Qn plus 1 means your next state is equal to Qn bar. That means if it is 1, then it will 0. The next state will be 0. If the present state is 0, the next state will be 1. That condition is your toggle condition. But this is not actually toggle condition. Toggle condition means we have to keep it in the 0, 1 to 0, 0 to 1. But actually what happen in label triggering, a racing will be occur. So before we understand about the racing, first we will see how this racing occur. So first assume q is equal to 0, then q bar is equal to 1, and this racing condition occur only when j is equal to 1 and k is equal to 1. So what will happen, we can see here q bar is equal to 1 is applied here. So this is 1, this is 1, and clock is obviously 1. Clock will be active 1 1 1, and when all the input to the NAND gate is 1, NAND gate output will be 0. Here we have q is equal to 0. When one of the input is 0, irrespective of I am not going to see other input. When one of the input is 0 applying to your NAND gate, then instantly your NAND gate going to produce the output as 1. You have already studied about again and again. I am explaining this. So the moment 0 is appearing here to this NAND gate, the output now is not 0, it is changing to 1. It is changing to 1. Again we will see, the moment this is 1, this one is now coming to this. So we will have, this is like this, the feedback will be connected like this. So now this one is coming to here. So now this is not 1, this is going to changing to 0. Again now this 1 will be applied to here. This is now no more 0, this is 1, this is 1, this is 1, and this is 1. Now all the input is applied here is 0. Now the output will be 0. But here this q bar is equal to 0 is going here. So 0 1 1, the moment one of the input is 0, output will be 1. So now this gate is applied as 0. The moment this is 0, the output is no more 0, the output will be 1. So output will be 1 means this is connected to here. So here this is 1. So both the input is 1. So output will be 0. So what pattern we will observing? The previous state is 0, the output will be, next state will be 1, the next state is 1, the output will be again 0. This is how the racing is occur. This is how the racing is occur. So in order to understand that, I will draw a timing diagram. What will happen? So let us see. So this is your clock, this is your clock, and this clock is 0 here and 1 here, 0 here, 1 here, 0 here and 1 here. That means this is your high clock, this is your low. So now we will understand. So then we have j is equal to 1, because toggling condition occurs only when j is equal to 1. and k is equal to 1. So this is always 1. So this is always 1 because toggling is happening or racing is occur only when j is equal to 1, k is equal to 1. So you can see here from the timing diagram, when j is equal to 1, k is equal to 1, then we'll draw this qn. So the moment, suppose the qn is equal to 0, when clock is inactive, j is equal to 1, k is equal to 1, qn is, I am taking here 0. The moment, this is your clock pulse. So clock pulse is active high only when, this is your label trigger. For label trigger only racing occur. So label trigger circuit, the clock is high only when output is going to respond. Your flip-flop going to, your system going to respond only when in label trigger the clock is high. So what will happen, the moment this will be high, it will going to becomes 1, and again it is going to becomes 0, again it will going to 1, again it will going to 0, like that. This is again, it will again 0 and it will continue. Then for this high clock pulse, this racing occurs. So this behavior, that is 1 to 0, 0 to 1, again 1 to 0 to 1, then 1 to 0, and 0 to 1, 1 to 0, like this. I have already shown you that. Then how to avoid this racing? This is your racing condition. So what is the condition for racing? So when racing occurs, so student, I have already explained you. So racing occurs in label trigger JK flip flop. In label trigger JK flip flop when j is equal to 1 and k is equal to 1 and propagation delay of flip flop when j is, in label trigger JK flip flop, when j is equal to 1, k is equal to 1, the output changes, many times within the same clock pulse, within the same clock period or same clock pulse, in the same clock pulse in label trigger. So first of all, in label trigger circuit only this racing occurs. In label trigger JK flip flop, when j is equal to 1 and k is equal to 1, the output changes many times. Here you can see here, this is your output. The output changes many times within the same clock pulse. Here this is your single clock pulse and your output is changing many times. Output is changing many times and within the same clock pulse. This is known as your race around condition. This is race around condition. This is your race around condition. So if at all in 2 marks question they will ask you define race around condition. So race around condition means in label trigger circuit, when j is equal to 1 and k is equal to 1, when j is equal to 1, and this race around condition occurs only on label trigger JK flip flop, only on label trigger JK flip flop. When j is equal to 1, k is equal to 1, your output changes many times within the same clock pulse, again within the same clock pulse this output is changing many times, because your label trigger, this is your high, and in high only your circuit going to respond. So this condition is known as race around condition. How to, then the next question is how to avoid race around condition. How to avoid race around condition. How to avoid race around condition. Race around. Student, this is also very important. They will ask you in 5 mark question what you mean by racing condition and how to avoid it. So first of all, how to avoid it. First condition is the pulse width. Here we can see here. This is the pulse. So only when the flicker, suppose this is your clock time period T. So this pulse width will be T by 2. This is T by 2. This is T by 2. So total length will be T. So only for this T by 2 length, your flip flop going to respond, and your flip flop not going to produce the output instantly, because you have seen we have 4 NAND gate. We have 4 NAND gate and each gate having some delay. If the propagation delay of flip flop is greater than to this clock period, then there will be obviously no racing. There will be no racing. So first case will be propagation delay of flip flop. Propagation delay of flip flop, that is known as your TPDFF, time period of propagation delay of flip flop. Propagation delay of flip flop, TPDFF, must be greater than equal to T by 2. That is your pulse width. So your propagation delay of your circuit must be greater than equal to pulse width only when this race around will be avoided. Second case will be use edge trigger. Use edge trigger. Edge trigger means this is your obviously pulse width. In level trigger with pulse width, but in edge trigger only when the circuit is respond at this instant, at this edge only. I have already explained you. In edge trigger, at this edge only, your circuit going to respond. That is, so use edge trigger instead of level trigger. Third means use level trigger. Master slave flip flop. That means we have 2 cascaded flip flop. First stage is known as your master, the second is your slave flip flop. So in the next class we will study about this master slave flip flop, and this is particularly used to avoid this race around condition in JK flip flop. So master slave JK flip flop, master slave JK flip flop will use. So these are the 3 conditions we need to avoid our race around condition, or these are the 3 conditions must be satisfied, or these are the 3 types of 3 way to avoid race around condition that arises in JK flip flop. So in the next class we will study about this master slave flip flop and how it will be helpful, and then we will have one more flip flop, that is your T flip flop, or also known as your toggle flip flop. Toggle means Qn plus 1 is equal to Qn bar. Whatever may be in the previous state, that your output must retain, the next state must be equal to complement of the previous state. Next state will be complement of the previous state, is known as your toggle condition. So T flip flop and master slave flip flop is the 2 more flip flop is remaining. After that this unit will be covered for you. Then we will study about registers and counters. Thank you.